guys, today I'll be showing you how I like to do my clean girl or no makeup look. So this is the look that I want to achieve when I want to look put together but not overly done. So I'm going to first start with my skincare. That's kind of the most important part of a clean makeup routine or a no makeup routine. And I like to start with the Skin Fix moisturizer. I find that it is very thick, honestly a drink of water for my skin. And what this does is it's gonna make a great base for what little makeup we're going to apply. I'm gonna say little kind of loosely because I mean it is still makeup, but I will first rub this in kind of liberally. As you can see, like it is quite thick, quite shiny, and I do like that. I like a very dewy look. The Tatcha Dewy skin cream also kind of helps you achieve this look. And then I'm going to follow that up with a bit of the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Eye Treatment. I did not put the same amount on both sides, but as you can see, this is a very wet and hydrating formula. And my kind of tip with this kind of skincare is that you need to let it sit, because no matter how great your concealer is going to be, it will not look good when the base underneath is kind of moving around. So you kind of want to let that sit and soak in until you're ready to do your skincare. I'm gonna follow that up with just like brushing my eyebrows up. I'm not going to fill them in because I think that when I'm going for a clean makeup look, I don't want the eyebrows to look overly curated. I feel like there's a time and place for that look, especially with a full glam. I think it looks quite nice. But when you're going for a more natural, a more clean skin, no makeup look, I feel like the eyebrows should be tamed, of course, so gel them up, but don't overly fill them in. So I'll be going with the Anastasia Brow Gel. I love this product. I feel like it's kind of a staple in my makeup routine. It gels my eyebrows up without being overly crunchy or hard. I think the worst thing is when you just accidentally touch very crunchy eyebrows. It just feels very uncomfortable, and then they start to feel like they're glued to your face. And I think that look for me is not what I'm going for. I want that flexible hold, and with this product you can definitely achieve that. So now on to kind of the main makeup that I'll be using on my face. It's going to just be concealer as well as blush. I'm going to avoid bronzer just because I think when I'm going for the no makeup look, I kind of want the makeup to be at the center of my face. I don't really want anything on the perimeter of my skin. So I'll start with the Kaja, I believe it's a color corrector. I think they only have one shade, which is a bit unfortunate because I don't think this is a universal color corrector, but it is a great color corrector. It's quite lightweight. It doesn't really interfere with the makeup that you'll put over it, which I find a lot of color correctors. Sometimes when the formulas are not matching up with your concealer, you may notice that your concealer is starting to separate, or it's kind of behaving in a way that you wouldn't notice if you were to just apply the concealer directly on your skin. I like to blend that out with a beauty blender. I think for me, during my no makeup looks, I like to kind of use the sponge everywhere and kind of have all of the makeup kind of blend in together. I think a brush would be great as well. It really depends on your preference and your skin type and what your skin likes. I think for me, the beauty blender kind of helps absorb the extra makeup and really make it look quite seamless. And then I'll follow that up with my Dior concealer. So this concealer, honestly, it is great for full coverage, but I also love it quite a bit for lighter makeup looks. It's just about how much product you're using. So I will kind of just put at the corner of my eyes, lift near the end of my eye, a little bit around my nose, and then just on any like blemish or discoloration I may have around my chin. I feel like kind of balances me out. There's not much on my forehead, but that I want to balance out, but I'll just kind of dot it over there. And I'll then blend this out again with the beauty blender. And the idea is just to keep your makeup quite light, not to use a lot of product. Work in thin layers if there is something you really want to cover up. I think the best thing that you should do is just work in a thin layer, see how it looks, and then if it's not to the coverage that you were expecting, then follow up with a second layer. So I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender, kind of concentrating the product where I've applied it. I'm not really trying to spread it everywhere. I mean, I am moving around so that, I mean, what did I just say? But if it makes sense, I'm just trying to really push it in where I've initially applied it. And then whatever is still on my sponge, I will kind of buff out in like the rest of my under eye, if that kind of made sense. And then kind of the same thing, just really blending it out just as much as I can. Like honestly, like over blending is not a thing when you're kind of going for lighter makeup. I think you can just keep blending until you're happy with the result. And I think I'm not gonna go for a second layer just because I think sometimes allowing some of that skin texture to peek through really helps kind of achieve that natural, no makeup, effortless look. So you can see like I do have a lot of redness here. I'm still going to apply blush. I love blush, so even though I have my own natural redness in my skin, I still like the look of balancing it out kind of in this area. So yeah, if there is like a blemish that's kind of like in the right spot that it's kind of accentuating your features, like leave it there, you can cover it up. Like I like a blemish that I have here, I would just put a bit of like a brown liner and then follow that up with a powder. I find that kind of gives it a very like natural look. It will kind of look like a mole. So, you know, sometimes in my makeup videos, you might see moles that I don't naturally have, and that's just me turning a blemish into a mole. But I think today I'm going to leave my makeup as is. And now for my favorite part, the Say Chili, I think this is a chili blush. Yeah, the Say Chili blush. I love the texture of this blush. This is a gel formula. Honestly, that would be the only way I would describe it. It's kind of a gel moussey consistency almost. And I mean, I will go in to dip for some more product, and I'm gonna concentrate it kind of up here. It's going to kind of lift my face. I think I cannot skip having a bit on my nose, a little bit on the tip. I think it kind of gives you like the cold makeup look as well. And I will blend that out with a beauty blender. And again, I'm just kind of concentrated where I've applied the product. I'm not really trying to move around too much. It's going to kind of balance out my face and also lift it. I don't think you need a bronzer to lift your face. I think blush in the right placement can kind of achieve the same look. I think I ended up putting more on this side. So I'm just gonna balance out my other cheek as well. So I'm gonna add a bit more blush over here. Honestly, blush is the one product I don't think you can overdo. I think it looks great, but actually that's a lie. You probably can overdo. But cream blushes like the Say blush, honestly, you can keep layering this and blend it out, and I think it still looks amazing. Now for the eyes, I'm going to just curl my eyelashes. I think that I would never go out with a full face of makeup and no mascara, but I feel like when you go with kind of the lighter makeup look, it looks actually quite nice when your lashes are kind of like light and feathery. So use like your favorite eyelash curler. For me, it's the Shiseido one. I'm going to kind of, maybe I won't talk so much while I'm doing this. Oh no, that's fine. So you can see I'm like kind of curling it at the base, and I am pumping it a bit, a few times, and like you can see how much more lifted my eyelashes are on this side than on this side. And I think like having your eyelashes up, you really don't need to wear mascara. If you want, you can put like a bit of Aquaphor or a bit of Vaseline. I feel like it gives you kind of like a wet look, but it's not like clumpy. And of course it's not adding like color and thickness to your eyelashes. So it looks quite natural. I won't be doing that today. And so again, I kind of grabbed the lashes at the base and I pulse this a few times. And then again, you can see how much more lifted my face looks. And that is kind of all I'll be doing for the eyes. And then finally for my lips, I'm just gonna do a bit of liner and lip balm. I like to kind of use like a mauve color liner, but the trick is to kind of blend it out with your finger so that it doesn't look very harsh if the color is kind of dark. I think this Rare Beauty Wise lip liner is not too much darker than my natural lip color. So I like to leave it as is. Maybe a little bit, I'll kind of smudge it out. It kind of makes it look defined, but not overly defined. And then I'll follow it up with the Summer Fridays. I think this is the Pink Sugar Lip Balm. I love this lip balm. And it's going to give me kind of a glossy, hydrated lip look. So it's not really, like the lip product isn't doing too much. And it's kind of still sticking to the clean, no makeup look. And that's how I achieve my no makeup look, or the clean girl makeup look, whatever you want to call it. It's just essentially blush, concealer, a lip balm, and kind of light feathery eyebrows.